It's time for the Ultimate Five, the top 5 players with connections to the state of Washington.
So born here, moved here.
I don't know, like you said.
Played for Huskies, Cougars.
Maybe stopped by Ivers or Dick's and had a lunch one day. All right, this is with connections to the state of Washington, who became first-round draft picks in the NBA.
Yeah, we want to be clear there, first-round draft picks.
That's right, first-round picks.
John Stockton, just let's clarify right out of the gates, John Stockton was not a first-round draft pick.
Okay, good. That's good to clear it up as we get into this thing. I think we could have easily filled this list with Washington-born players, but Joel's going with first-rounders. Let's bring in Joel, let's bring in Softy, and let's get after this thing. Let's let Joel start with his number 5 so we can go.
Well, we're going to go with Detlef Schrempf at number 5, a big former Husky. Everyone loves Detlef Schrempf for what he did with the Sonics, but coming out of UW, he was the number 8 overall pick to Dallas. He's in the FIBA Hall of Fame. One of many Huskies, unfortunately, that are on my top 5 list.
I got him at number 3. Let's not forget he also brought Centralia a state championship back in the day as well.
Yeah.
Softy, any thoughts on Det?
Well, first of all, apparently the list has changed since you and I spoke. This is how old I'm getting now. I need reading glasses, by the way, because my text here from Paul Sylvia about 2 hours ago, just players with connections to the state of Washington is what I was told. So this list has changed 15 times since our pre-show meeting at 8 o'clock. I mean, who the hell is this guy anyway? This guy, Joel. We got 2 Titans in Seattle Sports Media and Egan sitting here. What's Joel doing here, for God's sakes, man? Come on. So let me just give you, first of all, Stockton is not eligible. Is that right? Is that what we're talking about?
Not eligible, yes.
Okay, well, number 1, are we going backwards now? Is that what we're doing here?
5.
We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
okay.
Start with 5.
All right, I'm going to go with, I will go with Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
As my number 5 guy, 6th pick in the draft until injuries got him overall. He was on his way to becoming a phenomenal player, as you guys know, but had the real problem with the knee, was working with bone on bone for a majority of his NBA career. And I honestly believe that Brandon Roy would have been a Hall of Famer if not for the injury. So I'll go with B-Roy number 5.
Softy, I got him at 5 on my list as well, tied with Jamal Crawford. I've got those 2 tied.
All right, Joel's got Brandon at 4. Joel, any comments here?
No, I mean, just for all the same reasons those guys had. He was also had his jersey retired at UW. So the guy was on track to be a star in the NBA. And if it wasn't for the knee injuries, he would have been probably, top 20 would be a little hard to say, but he was a talent. Like, everyone loved Brandon Roy. Everyone knew he was tough to play against. He had this little hezzy move that he could get you every single time. He was a star.
Yeah, he exploded out of the gates, rookie of the year, and it is a shame that the injuries got to him. How's number 4 for you, Softy?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Paolo Banchero, and he's going to be climbing up this list, I think, guys, as the days go by. You could argue that he might be the most talented player. I don't know, Chris, you saw him play in high school to ever come out of the state of Washington, and he's just kind of fairly young right now. He hasn't had those accomplishments that Joel talked about for a guy like Brandon Roy, but I think he's going to be climbing up this list very fast, and I got him number 4 right now.
100%. A rookie of the year. We watched him at Duke, we watched him at O'Day, but we watched him take the Orlando Magic into the playoffs, almost pulling off an upset there. We're just starting to see Paulo. He is going to be. I think he's going to become an MVP in the next 5 years.
Yeah, a little early to go higher with him, but let's go with number 3, Joel.
Number 3, you have to go over to Wazoo, to Pullman. Go Cougs. Klay Thompson, number 3. He right now is
what a surprise.
He's a 4-time champ in the NBA, 5-time All-Star, picked 11th overall, which surprised a lot of people on draft day. But Golden State obviously knew there was something there.
Yep.
I can't disagree with you. I actually got him in the same spot on my list as well. NBA championships. I'm with you on this one.
For those who don't know, Joel is a Coug, so Klay Thompson was going to make this list no matter what. Softy, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Jamal Crawford, number 2, and the reason, number 3. And the reason why I'm doing Jamal over Detlef Schrempf, by the way, who's not on my list, although I love Det, is because I think Det was most famous for being one of the best 6 men, right, when he played in the history of the NBA. Well, Jamal was a better 6 man than Detlef was, right? And he's maybe the greatest 6 man of all time in the history of the National Basketball Association. Nobody's ever been named sixth man more than Jamal Crawford. 20 years in the National Basketball Association. Probably could have started for most teams in the NBA, so I got Jamal number 3.
19,000 career assists for Jamal Crawford, the J crossover, one of the best in the in 20 years. Softy, you said it, to play 20 years in the NBA, remarkable.
All right, Joel, number 2.
Yeah, I had a hard time, too, also with Jamal Crawford and Det. I probably was going to put Jamal in there, but had to go with Det, Sonic guy.
All right.
Number 2 is Nate Robinson. Number 2, 3-time slam dunk champion, 21st overall to Phoenix when he came out.
Here's where it starts to go off the rails for Joel.
A heck of an athlete. A lot of fun to watch.
He's fun to watch.
Joel, not in my top 10. Mac McClung, Pell, help me out.
Yeah, McClung.
Yeah, he won the NBA Slam Dunk Championship too, Joel. He's not one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Nate the Great, we love you. I don't know if he was he an All-Star ever, Joel?
I don't think so, but let me check my notes.
But you got him over Klay Thompson, you got him over Paolo Banchero, you got him over Detlef Schrempf, you got him over Jamal Crawford. You don't even have Jamal Crawford on your list, Joel.
That's an issue.
You
right
don't
there.
even have Jamal Crawford on your list.
issue.
Come on, Joel.
All right,
Bring it. Keep on bashing me. I deserve it for that one, probably.
So, while you're checking his stats, Softy, who do you have at number 2?
Oh, well, first of all, the list that I had here is no longer valid because of the ridiculous cockamamie rules of this contest or this list that we're putting together. So I got to rethink the whole thing. But I did have Elgin Baylor at number 2, who probably should be number 1. I mean, this guy was a top 50 player of all time in the history of the NBA. Went to Seattle U, as Egan said there, for 3 years. Number 1 draft pick, 10-time first team All-NBA. One of the greatest players of all time. And before I realized this list was going to be just first-round draft picks from the state of Washington, he was number 2 on my list. So he's going to be number 1, but for the sake of this conversation, I'll make him number 2.
All right.
Dave, number 1 on my list as well. The great Elgin Baylor. Oh, my goodness, Paul.
Oh, look, it's
at
humble
that.
brag. The king of the humble brag. Chris Higgins standing next to Elgin Baylor.
What a surprise.
That's the only picture on the planet with those
How
two.
did we find that picture? I have no idea. Number 1 pick in 1958, 11-time NBA All-Star, 1959 NBA Rookie of the Year, played in 8 NBA Finals, named one of NBA's 50 greatest players of all time. 1958, Softy, he was the NCAA Final Four most outstanding player. His number 22 retired at Seattle U. His number 22 retired by the Lakers. Yet somehow he is not on Joel Knipp's top 5.
Joel,
that's
get
because
us to
Joel's
one real
15
quick
years
so we
old.
can-
He has no idea who Elgin Baylor even is, for God's sakes. You ever heard of Elgin Baylor, Joel?
I've heard of him. He's a Seattle U product, right? Seattle U.
Didn't you just see this presentation?
Oh, yeah, okay, now I see it now.
By the way, Elgin looks petrified to be in that picture with you. I'll be honest with you.
Get us to number 1.
And that's the only reason why he wanted to make him number 1, because he's the only guy he's got a photo with, for God's sakes. Well,
Exactly.
again, until I found out the rules, I had John Stockton number 1.
Well,
I mean, he was my number 1, so
I had him at
I'll just
2.
keep him there.
I had him at 2 behind Elgin, so I'm with you, Dave.
All right, Joel, give us the...
Here comes maybe another misstep by me.
Maybe.
Paolo Banchero is the number 1 player, and this is top 5. When I watched Paolo Banchero in high school, I think he was probably the best high school player I've ever seen. So I know there's a lot of runway there yet for him in his career, a lot of more accomplishments before he probably deserves to be the number 1.
Yeah.
But I love Paolo. I just think he's a good dude and a heck of a ball player. His mom also was a legend at the University of Washington, Rhonda Smith. So there's a bloodline there too.
Joel, you said when you watched him in high school, he was really good. When I was in high school, Damian Heward scored 44 against Garfield, 50 against O'Day, and 52 against Franklin. Damian Heward was the greatest player I saw in high school, but he's not in my top 5 for the NBA, Joel.
See now, Joel, this is the great thing about this. Now we know why you're here on this show, to make everybody else look better. That's why you're here. Well, thank you.
It's hard work. It's hard work.
I don't think it is, man. You're making this look real easy for us. I got to agree. I know you guys like Elgin Baylor at the top. He's at the top, man. With all due respect to the other guys, he's number one on my list. And your omission of Jamal Crawford in your top 5 is ridiculous. You should almost be banned from the program. It may be suspended for a week.
Well, that's a little harsh.
No, it's not.
Jamal Crawford, probably over debt, now that I think about it more. But, you know.
How is Nate Robinson over Jamal Crawford?
Hey, you saw Nate when he was at UW. He was a heck of a ball player.
Yeah, he returned the punt once.
If I were to defend Joel, I would just say that maybe Joel thought that today was a Sunday and he had a long night last night and wasn't thinking clearly when he woke up this morning. Maybe that's possible. Or maybe we're just talking about the best talent ever to come out of the state of Washington, right? Yeah. You could argue that Nate Robinson, Isaiah Thomas were maybe better talents than those guys, but the fact that they were 4'5" kept them from being great players long term in the NBA. And Chris and Paul, you know that Isaiah's problem was the injuries, obviously. Before he got banged up, he was on pace to sign a Supermax contract with Boston and then kind of fell apart with the injuries. But I don't know, man. I mean, this is that might be one of the worst lists I've ever seen, honestly, in my life.
We didn't even mention Zach LaVine, Markelle Fultz, just a few other names.
Again, it's almost a list for another day as well.